Well, hello, my friend. Merry Christmas and happy December to you. I hope so far you are enjoying the heck out of your Advent Craftmas box. We are on day 6 today. My name is Tracy. My business name is Tracy's Fancy, and I'm here to celebrate day 6 with you guys. We've got something fabulous in store. If you have not already peeked, I have got day 6 right here in my hands, and I'm going to open this up for you, and we are going to make something really fun today. This is paint markers. I wonder how many of you have experience with something like this. These are brush tip paint pens. I call them paint markers. They are not paint markers, not to be confused with markers. These are pens. They are acrylic paint. They are non-toxic, water-based, and they are permanent once they are dry. Also inside this bag, please don't miss this. There is a small wooden ornament for me to give you an example of what exactly can be done with these fabulous markers. There are 12 markers or 12 pins inside the box, and we are going to make things that look like this. Here is a soft version of a snowy scene. Isn't this just adorable? It was so simple. It takes only a couple of minutes to make. And here is a more whimsical version, a personalized ornament that you could make for some of your friends and loved ones. And I'm going to show you how to do both of these. I'm going to take you to the overhead camera and talk to you about how wonderful these paint pens are, and hope that you will be inspired to try to make something just like this for yourself. So hold tight while I move you up above. Okay, so here is your box of your fabulous paint pens. On the back, it shows the 12 colors that come on the inside with their cute names. We're going to go ahead and open these up, and let's talk about them a little bit. Dump them up here. And let's pull out one of our ornaments. I actually have several here. And let me show you up close what we're going to do. So this ornament is a soft snowy scene with some Christmas trees, and I want you to notice how it's blended out. You cannot tell that this has been colored with marker. It looks like it's been done with paint, which it has, but it's in a marker form. And then this one here, I've actually painted the entire back side of this, and I want you to notice that you don't see any streaky looks like you would normally get with a marker. You get a full painted finish, which is what's so much fun about these. So I'm going to show you exactly how I did both of these. So let's get started. So for this here, I used the light pink, the blue, the white, the yellow, the green, a little bit of brown, and a little bit of red. We're going to let the others slide off to the side, and I want to show you what is so cool about these markers. So to begin with, we are going to color this entire ornament white. So I want you to notice that the marker itself does not have a bullet tip. It is a paint tip, a paintbrush tip that is very flexible and somewhat it's gentle. It's got like a gentle touch to it. It doesn't have a hard bullet tip. And what you want to do if you want to cover an entire surface, now this is not going to be super impressive right here because we're going over raw wood and it's white, and this is a pale wood, but just give me a minute. I'm going to show you why we're doing white underneath. We're just sort of priming our little piece of wood right here and making a base coat. And this will make more sense in just a minute. Now, while I'm coloring this wood, I want to also let you know, did you notice that I did not have to prime, shake, or pump my marker? A lot of times paint pens, you'll have to shake them, they rattle, and then you'll have to like pump the tip. You don't have to do that with these right here. So I don't need this to be a perfect finish. I'm just putting a nice white background. Now, to get this blended look, I started with blue, and I'm going over the white for a reason. It's still a little bit damp. I'm going to take this blue, which is very bright. If you'll notice, the one next to it is not bright. It's sort of muted, which is what's so fun and fabulous about these pens. Now I'm going to take the lighter pink, and I'm going to do the pink right above it. And then watch this prettiness. I'm going to go right up with the pink into the blue, and I want you to see how they sort of blend out. Then I can even do this blending with my finger and blend the colors. You could use a Q-tip. You can even use a paintbrush if you have one. And this is what gives you that gorgeous blend. Now you can actually take your white marker, if this is still too bold for you, you can play with the color and you can tone down the color by putting a little bit of white on top of the pink. And look at that, what a difference that makes. Same thing, you can use your finger to just blend these colors together. You would never be able to do that with a regular marker. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, so that sort of gives us our snowy sky background. So we're through with our blue, with our pink and our blue. I'm just gonna leave those uncapped for a minute. I'm gonna come back here, I'm gonna get my white again, and I'm gonna make sort of like a snow drift. Now the white wasn't real noticeable at first, but the good thing about these paint markers or paint pens is that you can layer. And the more you layer, the brighter your color gets. So now you're able to start to see a little bit of the more bold white coming through, especially as I get like right up here next to that pink. So there we go. We've got a snowdrift in place. Looks coming to look like that a little bit. So now we're going to take our brown marker and we are going to make some trees here in the front. So we're going to do our biggest trees in the front just very lightly. I'm moving very lightly. And then we'll do some back here in the back, some smaller trees. You can just kind of place them wherever you want. I want you to know that these pens, these markers are usable on wood. They work on, now just watch what I'm doing here so you can copy this if you want to. They're good on wood. They are good on glass, fabric, which we may or may not be showing you later on later on in the month as we move through each day. We may or may not be using these markers again. Hint, hint. And they work on fabric. They're just amazing. They're so much fun to have. So don't overcomplicate this. We're just making some squiggles here, making some little trees. Doesn't have to be complicated. Come back in here, and we're going to come back in with a little bit of white on top of that. And I can't wait to do the snow underneath. So I'll need my white and my yellow. So I want you to notice here that I've got yellow underneath because we're going to light up these trees a little bit. So I want there to be a little bit of like a glow in the snow. And I don't mean yellow snow, which I think is the name of one of the markers, is yellow snow. So now I'm taking my white marker on top of that, and I'm just toning down that yellow so it looks more like the glow of the tree. If you want to bring it out even further, you can bring it out even further so it looks like this tree's glowy because this tree is going to be lit. It's going to have lights on it, unlike the other trees. And then again, I just usually come back in with my finger and kind of blend that out like that. Now we are going to do on top of the tree, we're going to do a little star or a glowy star here. So I'm going to make that yellow. I'm going to pick up the white and I'm going to put white right on top of that, make it a little bit bigger. And again, you can use a Q-tip or your finger, and I just rub that out and it makes it sort of glowy. So then I said we were going to use a little bit of red. So I just go in here and I make some little red dots. Just like so. We can do it to the little baby tree that's over here next to it. Some little polka dots. I'm going to do a little bit of yellow in here as well, sort of like you can see the glow of the light. And this tree as well, we'll put a little glowy light on top of that. And I also have a North Star up here, so we'll do the same thing. It's going to be very bright yellow. And to tone down that yellow, you just want to pick up your white, and we're going to go right on top of the yellow. And it's just going to make it look more like a star glowing in the sky. And then we can use the same white to make snow. If you want to make it look like stars, it's up to you. Don't forget to put some right in front of your trees here. Now, I still think that my yellow is a little bit bright down here, so I think I want to tone it down some more. So remember, you can just come back and add white to it again. And then smear it out with your finger. And now it looks like a glowy tree. So how fun is that? So now I have some gold markers on hand. Where did I put my gold marker? Let me find it. Here it is. All right. This is just a gold marker that I had on hand, and this also will give me an opportunity to show you the difference. So this right here is a bullet nib, and this is the paintbrush nib. Do you see the difference? This one's fine, very fine point. We'll use a lot more of the fine point in this little ornament that we're gonna do right now. This is a bullet nib. It's kind of clunky. It doesn't give you a lot of versatility. This will leave marker streaks. It will not blend out like this at all. But what this is good for is that we can come up here and we're just going to, you can use gold paint. You don't even have to make the top of the little ornament gold if you don't want to. It's totally up to you. I'm going to do that. And then what I did was I just picked this up and I just sort of made a little, just laid it down on its side and made a little gold outline around the outside of this ornament, like so. Now, my grandkids love these markers. I got these markers ahead of time, and they love them because they like to come out and play on these plastic cups that we have. So I want to show you how well these markers work on, I've got glass, I've got plastic. You can see here that they write beautifully on glass. They also write perfectly on plastic, and these will dry and they are permanent. That's glass and plastic. And then I've even got ceramic right here. And these work, they are so smooth and so easy to use, even on ceramic surface. So, all right, so there we go. I'm gonna pull forward this other ornament here.